up with Melvin on who's to leave whose truck where. We finally made it to Goose Pasture to start our trip. Our second excursion. Melvin, what was the big mix-up today?
You're giving me the wrong directions, and I still see down here. One run me down the road there. The kid was supposed to be following him. So you got lost right off the bat before we even left Wacissa.
I think the problem is Melvin's old and hard of hearing and decrepit, and he just got either mixed up or couldn't hear. But anyway, what are we going to do today, Melvin?
We're going to fight these thunderstorms and showers and ease on down through the canal and push.
Fuss? But everybody's supposed to have a chainsaw this time, ain't
Yeah, I got me a chainsaw.
Have we got plenty of muscle power with us today?
Got plenty of muscle power to start with. I don't know how it's going to be when we get down there a little closer.
Well, so far we have run into scattered showers and thunderstorms, and right now it's not raining. And we're unloading the last boat here. I think our party today is going to consist of Melvin and his partner Justin Bradley, his grandson, Neil and Ben Busby, Harold and Fletcher Ford, Kenneth and Mary Connell, and Vaughn and Karen Walker. Now, Delano and Wayne McCown were supposed to make it. And you know, last time they just run off and left us. Well, this time they haven't even shown up. And here comes the rain. Leaving Goose Pasture in the rain. Mary and Kenneth up ahead back there trying to get started. Our faithful crew down here. Ready. Moving right along here. Hadn't even gotten in the canal. We started at Goose Pasture about 8:30. And here it is 9 o'clock. Had to weather a storm, a big heavy rain. Kenneth and Mary back here moving along slowly. Harold's combing his hair. Got kind of wet. Gonna pass it up to Fletcher to comb his, what little he's got, huh? Juan still got his poncho on, thinking it's gonna rain again. This is a good initiation trip for Mary and Kenneth. They may never own a boat nor a motor again. Up ahead of us here, Melvin's got his favorite partner in the front of the boat. Fishing hard as he can as usual. And Melvin's fussing hard as he can as usual. But Justin says, well, that's just the way Granddaddy is. Now Neil and Ben, they're around the corner up here. And I think they're getting first choice at the fishing. We're still wondering what happened to Delano and Wayne McCown. They never showed up. Some of them say that probably
yeah, looks pretty.
Whenever we get it all cut out, they'll come on around and
that's the deep
just
hole right
motorboat on down. I don't know if they got it crossed up on the signals or just what happened.
Yeah.
Melvin, how long you predict it'll take us to go through here today?
Well, it's going to take about 4 hours, maybe.
A while.
Well, we got some trees out the way.
Huh?
How long it take us before?
Took us 8 hours before.
Oh, we do it 4 today.
4 hours.
Yeah. What time we start?
Started at 8:30. And it's 5 minutes after 9 now.
We ain't making too much time. We done lost 30 minutes. Ain't got to nothing yet.
Ain't got to the canal.
Might take us 7.5 hours today.
7.5. Cut it by 30 minutes. Lord have mercy. Justin like to got hung up then.
Boy.
Caught Granddaddy's pole. Check these cypress knees out over here. That's something.
Make your line out. I'll take your chainsaw and throw them off.
Yeah, people can make lamps out of those. They're a little too hard to knock off, Melvin. What was that article in the paper that said if a hurricane like Hugo hit, they'd evacuate everything south of I-10, which would definitely be Wacissa and Wacissa?
Right. It's raising water up in Wacissa there, up people's doorstep.
Yeah.
We're talking about all this country will be 5, 6 feet underwater.
Right.
But with the hill like the hill at the fire tower right outside of Wacissa, it'd probably hold the water back off of us, don't you imagine?
Yeah, 'cause that hill, you know, is nearly 100 feet.
Yeah. It'd be like a dam, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I believe this river's down about a foot or two since we come down here the last time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's way down.
That means those trees are going to be higher out of the water than they were whenever we left them, wasn't it?
Yeah, we might go under some. We still got to go over.
Yeah.
No, we're going to cut them all out with the chainsaws. That's the plan, ain't it?
No, man, just cut them out where we can get by.
Oh. How we make it out back here?
Real good. Hurricane's past now. We in the eye. See the sun?
You think a bad beginning's going to make a good ending, huh?
Well, if we hurry up, get down there, we might get out of the reef bag.
Now don't give that boy a hard time today, Melvin.
There, is that a cork? What's that red berry in that water?
A red berry in the water. See no red berry in the water. See a red leaf? Melvin's giving Justin a hard time up here. Well, the sun's come out. Vaughn shedded his poncho. He thinks it's going to be fair weather from now on.
I hope it is. I'll tell you what.
But I noticed back here, Mary and Kenny still got their raincoats on.
No.
I'll pass the tobacco today.
I agree with you, man. I used to chew it all the time when I was fishing.
Moving right along here, 9:30 in the morning, still not in the Slave Canal. Dragging up the rear is Harold Ford, Fletcher, Mary and Kenny. They're our boat, Bon and Karen. On up ahead, way on up ahead, Melvin and Justin and Ben and Neil. Still hadn't seen Delano and Wayne McCown. Guess they're home high and dry. Probably laughing at us like they did the last time. Saying, no, them fools ought to know how to turn around and go back. They ought to know not to go down there in rainy weather. But let me tell you, the sun's coming out and we're going to have a good time today. Beautiful river here. Not even having to crank up the motor, just letting the current take us on down. Melvin's got Justin paddling, and he's been doing the fishing. But I hadn't heard any hoop-ahs that any fish has been caught yet. This is that humongous cypress tree just before you get to the entrance of the Slave Canal. It's pretty large, but many, many years ago the top was cut out of it, so it doesn't grow very tall. But it is a big one. Still not raining. Everybody's still paddling along, enjoying the view and the scenery. Check this crew out up ahead of us here. See what Melvin brought Justin along for, so he could fish this go-round. He initiated Justin on the paddling and the poling last trip. Wonder if Benny Neal's caught anything up here. How much farther, Melvin? How much farther? Till we go into the canal. Another hour or two, he says. Before we get... Huh?
About 400 strokes with a boat pole.
400 strokes with a boat pole till we get to the slave canal? Vaughn, you have to start counting.
Two.
He said he got 2 down, 398 to go.
Yeah.
Think you'll make it?
Yeah, we're gonna make it.
Is that a can to bail with there?
Yeah. There, give me a red cup.
Didn't last, huh? Has that crew caught anything up there? Has that crew on up above caught anything?
Yeah, we got 2.
2 what? Brim? 2 bass, Neil says. Y'all hear that? He said a blackfish came up, but it got off. Gliding along here. Still no sign of Delano and Wayne McCown, as usual. We keep thinking a boat will come sliding up from the rear. What you doing, Melvin?
Yeah.
What's that near famous plug you got?
Bangle free.
Bangle free. Never heard of that. That's bad as a pawpaw.
If you don't never throw it, you didn't wait till I get through with my sentence.
Oh, excuse me. Carry on.
Hey, man, well, I can't.
10 minutes to 10. Still no sign of Delano and Wayne McCown. I think Neil and Ben's caught 3 or 4 bass now. Nice bass. Justin's having a problem maneuvering the boat.
And you still hasn't reached the slave canal.
You got that? No sign of the slave canal yet. Still in the Wacissa River. Bringing up the rear,
Deep toe right there now we've hit.
Harold and Fletcher's done past Marion
That's the
Kenny.
deepest toe we've come into.
Are they coming on?
I didn't touch the bottom yet.
Melvin just, Vaughn just hit a snag here, a snafu. Vaughn says we're coming in view of the slave canal up here. Of course, I didn't believe him, had to ask Neil for confirmation up there. And he said, yes, we are.
Of course, the guide said we're not sure.
The guide says we're not sure. Still a little indecision.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's got a paddle in the hand.
Right there, look at that.
Except Bonnie's got a boat pole. bringing up the rear here. Mary and Kenneth.
You got anything, Melvin?
I'm wondering if he's got anything on the hook.
I ain't got
Catch
nothing
a
on the
fish
hook.
with.
I just got a stump bite.
Stump bite. How's he gonna cook that?
Catch any fish, I'd have to stop the boat and get my afro kind of calmed down, then I might catch something.
Boy, he gives just a hard time. Just says that's the way Granddaddy is. That's just Granddaddy.
We seen that coffee camp stop come on out there was pretty good the last time we come down here, wasn't it?
I think so. Vaughn's reeling and rocking back there. I don't know what he's doing.
We had to face it back up there, Pete.
I guess we didn't get it on video this time, did we?
Wasn't none there but stop, but that'd be up there. It must be growed up since we come down here, so it was sticking up pretty good. The water was higher, even, you know?
Yeah, we could see it better, couldn't we? Evan's winding up the fishing pole now. He doesn't give up on the fish. Fixing to go into the slave canal up here, so I guess he figures we're gonna have to do a little bit of work. And he might better get ready. Still lots of hyacinth. Wind's blowing a little bit. It's not raining. Still no sign of Delano and Wayne. We kept thinking they'd come any time. But I guess they chickened out on us. Got 2 boats ahead and 2 behind. Only 5 in the party today. 5 boats, that is.
Lord, we're having a good time.
Wacissa River. Wacissa, Florida.
Now approaching
Jefferson
the slave
County.
canal up ahead of us.
Yes, Spawn. Slave Canal. To the right.
I don't know what happened to him.
Where it splits off.
I don't see why them stopped.
Melvin says to the right. The canal is to the right.
That's where you go down there to where the water goes under the ground. Go
Well-
down in the water there.
We're gonna go there next year. Is that gonna be a trip next year we'll make?
If I don't see my age as much as I did the last year, it must be my last trip.
No.
Granddaddy hadn't aged since he was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Harold says
Y'all
if we,
take the shortcut. We'll pick y'all up at Nut All Right.
we got lights on the camera. To the right, folks. Small little path coming through here. Coming on down and we'll make a sharp right into the slave canal. And this is where we have to duck under the trees, I believe. Let's see how they maneuver up here. I see Justin, he's kind of ducking already. You gonna cut that one out as you go, Melvin?
Huh?
You cutting that out as you go?
No, I ain't gonna put nothing out I can get through.
Nothing else you can get through or enough.
You want a paved highway where you come down here over the weekend?
I was thinking about it. Here we go, folks. Slave Canal, 10 o'clock. can make this a little bit better. Last time I think I had a duck coming through here. Very narrow passage going through here. Swift water though. The logs seem to be a little bit higher out of the water this time than they were in the past. Pretty overhanging trees all through here though. No sunshine, sun's gone back in. Had a little problem getting through back there over a log. Moving right along. Melvin's still up ahead. I think he's fixing to crank up. Putting the motor down at least. Look out, just. He's hollering no, no, no. Here we go.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Lord. And this is Cochran's old camp.
Well, I don't know. Daddy said it was. Ain't quite as old.
This is where Kenneth said that they stayed here 3 days waiting on someone to come after them,
Yeah.
and finally someone did. They were supposed to come back the next day, and they waited 3 days to come back.
You're on camera, so she goes to pointing that camera, people start like questioning.
Right. Looks like something's been up in around here.
That's armadillo's been walking.
Not much left of the old camp anymore. Of course, if you had to get in out of the weather, out of a bad storm, it might suffice. Well, we hear a boat coming from the rear, as we fought all along, but you know, we didn't get as far as the first tree, so they're going to have us cut them out, I reckon. They thought they'd fake us out. And we're waiting on them, coming around the bend here. Imagine seeing somebody.
Wait on y'all.
Where y'all been?
Y'all went ahead. What's waiting on us?
I went out there and pulled my motor and it pulled. Look at yonder. Y'all put all them chainsaws in their boats and let them go ahead.
Y'all doing it get me, boss.
Y'all clear the path for us. Hey, I want you to show me where the rock is. We couldn't find it.
The rock's back up now.
Okay, well come on, get out.
How far up there? This is Riversville Camp, ain't it? Yeah. Riversville Camp was?
No, this is
Okay, this is it. Let's go back to
This is it.
Rivers. See, we swim all out here. You can go down right there and find all kind of pottery.
Oh, is that right?
And we come down here about every weekend.
Arrowheads.
Yeah. He got his whole airhead collection right there.
Is that? Well, bring Gene down here.
You can fan, you can put snorkel on,
Mm-hmm.
And
You see it good.
fan with your hand,
Yeah.
and that dirt will just float off and you can
Yeah.
find them.
Huh.
F-A-M, probably initials, huh?
Oh, some of them.
1757.
D.
And what is that below it? Blaine?
DF.
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, it's a DF.
D with a hyphen and a F. And this is on a rock in the slave canal, right out from Cochran's camp.
Reckon that's when the slaves dug that canal. I bet it is, reckon.
I don't have any idea.
We'll have to check and see when this canal was dug. But I thought it was dug during Civil War times, wasn't it? Slavery time?
Well, it might have been before.
Well, slavery times was up until the
Well,
Civil
until
War.
Civil War, so it was before that.
Before the Civil War.
Somebody marked over there.
See, we don't know. It could be somebody just for a prank or
Could be. Could
looks like a wall.
be. Yeah, yeah.
The Indians might have a hut right here. You didn't ever tell.
wouldn't be fun just look back at pictures. You got to cut it off.
Well, Justin's waiting for a ride.
No big deal what you got.
I'm glad Delano and Wayne finally got here. They showed us where the rock was.
Cranked it up that thing in and water that till he choked the floor down. That's where it's doing now.
You gonna pick him up, Melvin? You gonna pick him up?
I'm gonna pick him up. Don't be on the traffic jam if you don't move.
We want you to go first, Delano. Y'all know the way.
You want us to go first? That's what y'all said last time and cussed us
We've
out.
been waiting for y'all to show us the way.
He's got it. Hey, no, give me the thing. There's more. Come on, please. Be kind.
Boy, don't you get excited because he does.
There's more.
He'll lead you astray.
He gets excited about everything. I reckon he'll get out of the way.
On our way now. Was it raining in Wacissa when y'all left, Delano?
Raining a little. Rained a little bit.
I think they've run into a log down here. Lord mercy. 5 minutes to 11, still in the Slave Canal. Bringing up the rear back here. Mary and Kent's just kind of coasting, resting. Well, Delano and Wayne did get here, as we saw a while ago. It was about 10:30 when they finally caught up with us. It wasn't but an hour and a half late, were they? The water in this canal has cleared up considerably since the last time we were here. It is a lot clearer, I guess, because of all the rain that we had before. It is a little bit shallower, though. Wonder what this crew's up to here.
Thing you gotta do is keep the boat straight. Just get over that log. He got it made.
Where did the scouts get off to?
Got a head foot long. He ain't really scared of you. Just stick his head and nose up and just watch it. Then you see what they're gonna do, so his head is not long.
Having a little problem here. Made that one okay. Wayne's just kind of easing the front of the boat along. Delano's coasting. Melvin's done picked up a pole up here. We are kind of getting on further down where it's getting rougher, in other words.
Yeah, see that big stump, right, the big cypress stump right there?
Yeah. Big cypress stump over here, he says.
See that, they come in here about 100 years ago or 50 years ago and girdle them trees. So that's get these ones. They girdle them cypress. It take 2 or 3 years or so they come back in here after it's dry. Put them down the spool. Put the spool free.
I hear the chainsaws up ahead. I sure am glad we give Neil and Ben our chainsaw. Apparently they got it in use. They have found a bad one. We had to make it through several little patches back there, and over and under and around and through. They're giving it a fit up there. Everybody's kind of lagging back up here thinking, well, they'll hurry up and get through. They might be just running the saw thinking that they'll fool us on up there.
There, yeah.
They might be just running the saw thinking they'll fool us on up there, you know. Yeah. Coming on up in the rear here. Kenny's still paddling along and Mary's enjoying the scenery. Muscle power in operation ahead. Clearing the way. Then we got Ben throwing it out while Fletcher and them cut. Clearing it on out, folks. It's gonna be easy going through here. Got 2 of them going. Kind of smoky up ahead. I mean, they've gotten out in the water, working on it. Going, boys, going. What a mess, what a mess.
Yeah, that's where Lano and Wayne went across that, see all that bark skid up over there where they come across all that.
Melvin says that's where Delano and Wayne went across, all the bark skin off. See if we can capture this work in action. Harold's moving on down here, gets the next line. Neil can't get Vaughn's chainsaw cranked up, may have to get another one. Cut off. got that one cut out. Got it, folks, got it. I'm glad we sent these front boats on.
Yeah.
With a chainsaw in it. What was that, Harold?
Saws ain't made of something. Go on the water.
Can't saw this one under the water.
Well, he ain't getting none of that bloody pieces at all. I don't care.
My damn boat, get out of here in the water.
Well, I ain't trying to cut it half of the chain. You trying to cut the thing in half of the chainsaw, Uncle Lang.
You wasn't doing nothing sitting there with your hands in your pocket.
Brotherly love.
Chainsaw is here. Bye, the
Bring him another chainsaw.
Chainsaw ain't gonna do you no good. They ain't gonna saw underwater. I would, but I'm holding.
Guess we just got to go over it. Help him out, Harold.
Hey, if I walk on it when it breaks, you'll go in the water.
We hope so.
I know.
More help on the way. Reinforcements.
More
Get on it, Harold. A little more weight.
Get over there and cut a notch down the side of one. It's all trying to take
There you go.
I know it, I ain't got no ranks.
I got plenty. I got a screwdriver right here.
See what the a blade saw will do.
Mine needs it really.
Woo! Look at there.
There you go.
Gone.
Ready now.
Everybody ready?
It's nice to have a boss by that, Ben.
Yeah, I gotta do what I'm gonna do first.
You just a hired help, Ben?
That's it. I'm paying him too much. It was a privilege to ride with him. He paid for the
Everybody ready back there? What was that, Fletcher?
He wasn't doing nothing with the ice in back there. I got in front of him.
Tell you, this trip's gonna cause a bunch of divorces yet. Reckon y'all gonna get a divorce? Between Ben and Neil, Harold and Fletcher, Justin and Melvin. I think the only calm ones was Mary, Kenneth, and Glenn on the way. Next tree.
Got like that when I got it. Whole nature.
Yeah, dude. Don't let more load.
I got some gas.
I got 2 gallons.
What's that? Roll that here without no gas in it.
Pour it in, pour it in.
Won't run all day.
I didn't want no excuses. I brought plenty of gas.
I got some here too.
Here comes Melvin.
Everybody wants to know what they cutting that out for. Well, everybody ain't got power motors like Melvin. And don't run over us, Melvin. Here it goes. Oh, Lord, hold on just.
Now, this is the fun part. I know.
Gas in it now.
You gonna cut that log up there? Why?
Oh, wait a minute, Leo. He's supposed to cut it off and you said
You
under.
cut it off while Leo got it. He can hold it up.
That don't need cutting off.
There you go, bud.
You in the water, move it, We'll slide right over it.
Won't move now.
Yeah, put it in the water. Leave it alone. We can go right over it. It'll push down.
I'm pushing it. Okay, we off. Oh, that was a big spider. I hate spiders. Woo! God, no.
good?
Get that dang red truck, rail your end of the boat out and load it down up here on the water.
Get out of there, fucker, I'll cut it off.
Get the Texaco boat out of the way.
That's good, yeah.
He ain't quit yet.
Sure beats those axes, doesn't it, Vaughn?
Right, sure did.
Them axes we had before, and
Yeah, and hardly no energy. Boy,
send the crew on ahead to scout up the scouts.
got a chainsaw I want to give out. I'll cut some.
Don't tell them though.
Tell you what, that's the only book you can.
Melvin's going down the river backwards again.
Better hurry up.
Oh yeah, we're coming. Yeah, you're fine.
Need a little help, Granddaddy. Isn't this more enjoyable than when y'all went down before by yourself?
I don't know. I laughed over last time. Every time we get over one of them, I laugh. Think about it all behind.
Production up ahead. Clearing the way. It's now 20 minutes till 12 o'clock. Still in the Slave Canal, but a lot further down than we were the last trip, thanks to the chainsaws and the manpower. Looks like it's fixing to rain. Hard, that is. Guess we're gonna have to stop and take a lunch break here shortly.
Think we have a hard time coming through here. What the slaves had when they had to get out here and do these heavy rocks.
Little obstacle course here. That several have made, I think. Got another chainsaw going up here. Done cut several out of the way for us.
Why'd they cut us there?
If you hold it up, hold it up out the water over there, I'll cut it off that way.
That's good enough. They all make pretty good.
Oh, look out, Harold.
Get that chainsaw in the water, boy. Wait a minute, we'll get to you. Just stand down there.
Yeah, I know how you get to me.
We'll get to you. You wait.
What the guys say.
The guide said go over, the next one don't cut it. Oh, Lord. Look at this.
creek right on here and prize and cross there. Which way you want to go, Harold? Backward? Oh, dummy, that won't even reach the bottom.
Justin, I think you kind of like this jumping these logs, don't you?
Well, it was breath last time. It was fun. Now you want to go jump something. Throw it up when I
Well, you a few days older, aren't you, Justin?
I didn't mind jumping stuff, but he kept on running me into the bushes, and that's what bothered me.
If they'd ever get their boat straightened out here.
Move me out there and let me push it.
Having a small problem here.
They got it now. Y'all come on. Me and Granddaddy go jump.
Place where your motor on. Where's your motor going to run on top of them limbs? You got to
Worry
start back
about it
up John
before.
and get about a 20-mile-an-hour run, then we'd make it.
Don't got to do it. Back up, go back down.
Let me pull my boat down and have to pull it across.
Watch it.
Wait now. I'm gonna have to help you pull it across.
Y'all put your boat right there.
Harold's gonna pull Melvin and Justin across. See what kind of calamity we got now. The rope come loose.
Back up to me, Harold.
Oh, they got us.
Manpower in operation up there.
They almost got us. And they got us.
Lord. Next boat, Mary and Kenny coming across. Togetherness, folks, togetherness. Easy does it. Simple as falling off a log. Uh-oh. Crash course collision.
Well, we already in here. Come on.
Next boat. Okay, everybody's ready now.
Carol, you're on your own now.
That's right. Where'd I leave Vaughn at? I'm in an empty boat here.
Lost your partner.
There goes Melvin.
Still running. Hopefully water first one.
Delano just fell in. Head first.
Get wet.
Head first.
About Christmas anyway.
I heard Wayne say he's gonna get eaten when you acting loud.
Go ahead, Harold. Go ahead.
Y'all go up there and if you get hung up, I'll just ease that line and get you a little through. I'll get inside.
I think Harold's gonna jump this one. See how he makes out. No problem, no problem. Vaughn just ease right on across it. Moving right along. Still in the slave canal. 12:05. Haven't eaten dinner yet. Nobody's even thought about it, in fact. Kenneth and Mary got on in front of us that go round. Easing along here. See how they make this collision course here. Kind of narrowing down. We're getting down into where the tornado had come across several months ago and had really put a lot of stuff down. We can see where we had chopped with the axes a lot when we came through, but we also have seen where somebody has been through here since we have came through with chopped with axes. Somebody's been through here with a chainsaw ahead of us and chopped out a few of this stuff. What do y'all think about this trip so far?
Nice, I like it.
Enjoyed it.
It's a challenge, ain't it?
That's for sure.
It's roughing it, isn't it?
It is. You gotta have those pioneer spirits. What time did we leave?
About 8:30. Oh, Neil and Ben sitting down here waiting on us. This must be where we're gonna eat dinner. They're waiting lunch for us.
Truck wagons down here.
Do like we did before. We ate lunch before they started working. Is this where y'all went over them, Delano?
Went over everything except one. We went under one.
Yes, sir, buddy. They are waiting on us. Reinforcements on the way.
Come on, Pat. 3 sentences and 2 extras.
Y'all waiting on somebody?
Yeah, we clear.
Ham sandwich.
We clear coming right there.
Spreading lunch.
Ready? Just clear.
Capital days. Everybody pull up. Well, that looks like a bad one up there.
Finish my lunch, I'll start hitting on it with that axe.
I fell in.
Hitching a ride?
Oh, ain't that the same? That boat caught my foot and I couldn't back up. All I could do was
Where's
slip
lunch?
backwards.
In here? Oh, guess which side the lunch is on?
Y'all missed the rain.
12:25. Ron had a pack of crackers and Pepsi Cola for dinner. Everybody's trying to get a little bit of energy mustered up to cut these logs out.
Almost. No, it's 2 years old.
Catch that thing, pull yourself back off, and then off, you're cutting that old log.
Harold's gonna ease over here and cut this log out our way.
Go that way. Let's get out of Harold's way.
Get a hell of a difference.
Wait a minute, Mark.
Y'all be careful of that snow now, y'all. You die before we get down here.
Neil done pushed me out of your way, Harold, you're gonna have to swim over here.
You just remember several years ago, all that river was full of fish.
Come get me, Fletcher. I can't get around over there.
Are we going over there? Are we going over there? Is that what we're gonna do?
Get him, I guess. I can't reach him. I'll come over there.
Yeah, Fletch. Dude.
Having a small problem up there.
Put them leaves right there for us.
They run up on the log you cut off.
Put them little leaves right there. You go across the bed and
big limb just fell out of this tree right at him.
Yeah, man, I'm just right.
Ain't got to clean it out.
Melvin seemed to think Harold was cleaning out a right of way.
Saw that limb right off in front of the foot. I'll tell you,
Melvin's gonna jump it. You going across? Catch of the day.
pull that right over. Let it go to TV. Nice fish, nice fish. That's 4 pounds. Leave.
Three or four humongous trees that just fell over the roots up. Had to chop our way and cut our way through several bad spots back there. Really getting into bad stuff now. Evan and Justin arguing up here.
Melvin. Melvin. Cut that limb off right there, that little limb. We'll pull in there and get up there and help you pick it up.
He's done sawed the limb off into the boat.
Shut up.
Get that little limb off.
I can't get to it. This boat's first.
Sawed it off into the boat. It's now 2 o'clock, and we're still getting to all kind of limbs and trees and hadn't made it out of the Slave Canal yet. However, we're getting close, and bad weather's approaching. You can see how low it's gotten since we were here last. That stream was running good.
Melvin, what's the name of this creek, Melvin?
Whoa, we just hit a snag here and it's come to a dead halt. Starting to almost rain, thundering in the background, lightning on the sides. Need to be getting out of here in a hurry. So that's why we hadn't really been
Right there in front of the boat. Come straight.
videoing much
Like you're
lately.
coming, you'll miss it.
Delano and Wayne's dragging up the rear.
Watch out ahead of you.
And would you believe Neil and Ben dropped to the rear? Harold Ford and Fletcher's leading the pack with Melvin behind. And like I say, it does look like open country ahead, like we might be nearing the end of it, hopefully. But it is pretty bad. A few obstacles here. Evan's fixing to go again. In a hurry, in a hurry. Gotta go, gotta go. Real pretty down here. Moving right along. Getting on to the bad spots. I believe this is the last of the last. Getting close here, the two worst ones that we're gonna have to have some chainsaws on. Melvin is already here, and Harold. Wondering what they're gonna do. Last time we went under it and around it. Good question this time. Just to keep y'all from being in the dark and wondering what happened at the end of the trip. It started raining really bad right before we got out into the Wacissa River. And we got to Not All Rise at 2:30, and I was unable to film this because of the rain. We got to Not All Rise, like I said, at 2:30, and then it started pouring down rain, and everybody jumps in the truck, and we went to Goose Pasture and got the pickups and trailers and came on back and picked up the other people. And I wanted to tell everyone how much I enjoyed being with them, and that it was a successful outing, and I think everyone enjoyed being there. Thanks so much.